Hello. Hello there. How are we doing tonight? Let's see here if we can get some sound checks going and see what this all sounds like. Yeah, that sounds fine. Okay. Sounds like it works. Great. Tonight, today, whatever the time of day is where you are, we are finishing the Pandæmonium raid. Part 3, part what? Part 3. It's straight up just part 3. The last one, the last 4 fights. Then we're doing the 2 Tataru side quests, and that's what's on the agenda tonight. It's gonna be fun, I hope. So far, the raid has been pretty damn good. The first wing was more surprising than anything else, and the second wing was just awesome, kind of. Finally brought back La Habrea, which I was spoiled on way back, as I've stated before, and I'm just glad he's finally here, you know. And then getting to hang out with Themis, aka Elidibus. Is it before he was formed into Zodiark, or is it the reflection he made after forming Zodiark? I think it's before. We don't know for sure, but he is Themis is indeed Elidibus. Erechthonios has been hanging out with us, and he's Labrea's son. He's got some daddy issues, that's for damn sure. And now I don't know what's gonna happen in the last wing. I have no clue. I have some guesses. Nothing concrete. We're missing a scientist from the Charlian with some stuff we require. He's gone, so that's not good. And also Pandæmonium formed in the basement here in Charlian. So stuff's bad. You know, just in general, stuff's bad. So, we're gonna deal with it. See what we can do. Eater of Souls. Ah, Chrane, I had a feeling you would arrive soon. Urgent tidings always seem to carry you in their wake, after all. Master Fortunor recently sent word regarding his investigation. It seems he's uncovered information regarding Professor Claudian's whereabouts and the sudden appearance of Pandæmonium in the Ethereal Sea. We would do well to meet him at once. If you have no objections, I ask that you proceed to the Aetioscope, I have no idea if that's how it's pronounced, forthwith. I shall make the necessary arrangements and join you shortly. You're not joining me anon? Like everyone else? That feels weird. Join me shortly. Is he okay? He's not talking like the others. Wait, oh yeah. No, never mind. I was like, what, is there a different entrance? And then I realized, no, that's the second ring. The first ring only has this entrance. You cannot fly any further. So funny that this song plays in here. Most likely for the rest of the game. So if you ever need like a a pick-me-up, just come here. This place is kind of cool, but now there's a Pandæmonium in here. There is a Pandæmonium. I wonder if Erechthonios, La Habrea, and Themis will be over here, or if I have to go back to Elpis to meet them. Very curious how this is going to work. Or if this bridges the two. No clue. Spooky music for Chanel. What up? I remember hating your guts, man. I thank you for answering my summons with haste. Let us forego formalities and jump straight to the heart of the matter. Namely, the whereabouts of Professor Claudian, who has not been seen since his ill-advised journey to Osisla. A subsequent expedition discovered an airship in the vicinity of the Aetherochemical Research Facility. Although the vessel clearly belonged to the professor, he was nowhere to be found. I still think my camera's over here, so I keep looking over here. It's up there, but I keep forgetting it. I keep forgetting about it. I probably need to lower it slightly as well. There were signs that someone, perhaps the man himself, had forced their way into the facility. So this trail was duly followed. However, the trail led nowhere, and in the most literal sense, it was almost as if an entire sector of the facility had been wrested from existence. Like Pandæmonium? Further investigation confirmed the expedition's party's suspicions. Nigh on an entire sector of Osisla has been teleported elsewhere. Teleported? To where? I don't remember her voice. I think it's a girl. Whoop. That's a sick image. Hold on. Let me just screenshot that. We believe that its destination was none other than the Ethereal Sea. Here were its Allagan facilities reconstructed. Oh! I see what's going on. Where its Allagan facilities reconstructed as the halls of Pandæmonium to great success, as you can see. Huh? So that means Professor Claudian's in there? In that monstrous fortress? That is our leading theory. We are certain enough, at least, to risk sending you into its depths in search of the missing man. Thanks. How about you send yourself once, you know? Yeah, before you do, there is another pressing matter. La Habrea's here. While Pandæmonium may appear firmly sealed, an unknown entity was recently spied crawling forth from its gates. Whoa. What the hell? That looks scary. We observed its behavior with the aetioscope, and to our horror, witnessed it gorging upon the surrounding ether like a ravenous beast. What? It must be stopped! The Ethereal Sea harbors the souls of the departed? Oh, it is the wellspring from which, I remember now, the wellspring from which all creatures are born. If its flow were disturbed, life itself might cease to be. Precisely. Its safety must be our first priority. Rid us of this menace, Chrane, then we will be at liberty to investigate what wicked machinations are afoot. What machinations could be afoot? This memory crystal was recovered from Claudian's airship. Oh, take it with you. It may yet provide some insight into the enigma of Pandæmonium. So, okay, so you had the crystal. Okay, that's... I mean, that's good for us, though. Without Themis, there would be no army of phantom warriors. I realize you are more than capable to come, but are you sure you'll be alright? I can call my friends. Themis isn't the only one who can summon our illusory allies. That's true, though. I have the crystal. As long as I'm free to focus on my foe, there's naught to worry about. Yeah, I can do it. Let me at him! I'll do it. That's the spirit. I would lend you my arms, such as they are, but believe I'll be more useful in the provisions of information and non-martial support. I see some terrifying Lalafell, though. I think you'd be fine. I shall gather researchers from the confluence to construct a means to convey you to your destination. The rest is in your hands. Oh, so we're just kicking this off right away, huh? Yep. Okay. Part 1 of 4. Let's go. It's raids, right? 9th. Less than 5 minutes. I'll take those. You know what? I'll take that bet. It's gonna be more. I'll take that bet. Maybe we should hunt while we wait. Oh, this thing's on here twice. Well, that's nice. Love when that happens. Makes my job a heck of a whole lot easier. Let's hunt. Oh yeah, since last stream, my leveling progress has kept on going. I now am only missing Scholar, and my Blue Mage down here is level 70. Otherwise, I'm only missing Astro. So that's nice. I leveled my White Mage, and I don't know if my Sage was at 90 last time. It probably was. But now I'm only missing Astro and Blue Mage. It's trucking along. Let's fight some birds. I've been like playing around with my sound settings a bit more, and hopefully like spell effects and shit like that shouldn't be too loud comparative to the music anymore. Like hopefully the music is kind of booming over sound effects now. Because, like, here's the issue I was having with sound, right? I've been playing around here with these, like, all of these, and I've been like, are sound effects, like, my spells and shit like that? Like, is that what that is? And then I realized, hold on. This damn thing. Player effects volumes. Player effects volume. This is my skills and other people's skills, and, like, walking by people crafting and shit like that. It's been right here all along, and I've been like, I don't know how to fix it. But now, hopefully, the thing that should make the most noise is the music. That's how I want it. Now, Labyrinthos might not be the best example of the music in this game, but, you know, there's still a lot of great music in this game. So Labyrinthos is fine, it's just a bit goofy. I lost the bet, it was under 5 minutes. Thank God nobody betted against me. Reaper, I think it was. Yeah. Here we go. Pandæmonium! Let's go. Pandæmonium. Dude, if Scream plays more in this raid, I would not complain. That's a dope song. But listening to that a bit on my own time, apparently not made by Soken, which is very interesting. Ooh. The 9th circle. What are you? Oh, it's a warframe. The Witch King of Angmar. Time to summon my peeps. Love it. It's so exciting every damn time. We have a cat maid, a Fall Guys person. Yep.
Must not end. My feast must not be.
I just had an idea. Is this the professor? Cocytus? Is this the professor? Why is he in the paths? Don't stack the stacks? Okay, I don't know what that means. A simple philosophy, I can support that. This the song has similar melodies to Scream in that part.
Brings me no peace. Such is my fate. My strength is without equal.
That's very close to. Hello? Ah! Oh, that's what they mean with don't stack them.
Every breath is laced with magics.
Like spread them out as much as you can. What happens if you stack them?
I bind you. Few can wield such power as mine.
Spread those.
Bind you.
Okay.
Shouldn't kill you.
Like who's speaking? It's not this thing though. Right?
Another fleeting diversion.
Who's speaking?
Always more killing to be done, and I'm always happy to oblige. Make it fun for me, eh?
Whoa, what are those cracks? That's what they are, okay.
The first drops are always the sweetest.
That sounds like Gosetsu's voice. Martialist's Lament. Sounds like Gosetsu.
I've had enough of you. Cut my time off.
Arm's length. Get away from me. Okay. I don't know if I made a mistake by placing it there, but they said don't stack the things, so I didn't. That's all I went on. Oh my god, he's down on all fours. Okay. Oh god. He's about slamming. It's all about slamming into the ground from 4 rooms away. Okay, are we gonna hide behind these things? Yes, okay. The one that's not cracked. Makes sense. Oh god. Okay. That King Behemoth fight really is fundamental to a lot of later raiding. Bam.
Disturbed once again.
Who is that talking? Oh god, okay. Where are we going?
Tame me, my darlings. Flames take you.
Okay, I see. Dual spell? Okay, where is this going? Okay.
Flames take you.
Did we just stack them or no? I don't know. Oh, I kind of killed the party, I think. I almost killed the party. And you know, it would be me. It would be me. It would be me. So, oh, okay. You were just a lantern. I thought you were with the professor. Releasing the ether. Okay. Were they all cat girls? Were they all cat girls? This game's crazy. That's a really funny image. Let's go. Look, I need a lot of gear, okay? All my classes are just... Did you not roll need for anything? What the hell? Oh, he did. He rolled need for everything as well. How the hell did that poor player. Jesus. So, why are we in the paths? Why are we in the paths? Impressive work, Chrane. Their memories of your tenacity were not embellished in the slightest. Who is this? Do not be alarmed. A proper introduction shall set your mind at ease. Are you who I think you are? Does your name start with an A? Yep. I'm Athena, chief keyword of Pandæmonium, wife to Lahabrea and mother to Erechthonios. And it is I who made Pandæmonium anew in the underworld. In a manner of speaking, I am the source of all your recent troubles. I must say I did not imagine I would meet you in this age. A slight miscalculation, but perhaps a fortunate one. If your deeds in the past have left, for your deeds in the past have left quite an impression on me. So you, as you're saying, were behind all this then. Somehow. I understand you have reason to be wary, but I assure you there is no need. I know not what Lahabrea has told you of me, but all that I have done out of sincere scientific curiosity. That appetite yet remains, even after my rebirth. Conflict is the furthest thing from my mind, and I ask that you at least hear me out before brandishing your weapon. I want to say all of these. I want to say all of them. You were reborn. Yeah, what? I really want to know about that. Give Claudian back. Yes. You have no intention of halting your research? I mean, absolutely not. You were reborn? I was contemplating between that and Claudian. In a sense, yes. It was the only way I could see my research completed. The myriad souls floating in the ethereal sea provide all the raw material I require, and your Professor Claudian proved a most welcome surprise. Worry not, for I treat all my tools with care, especially those with which I will grasp godhood. Okay. So, she calls the people tools. That's great. She's gonna reach godhood? Lady? Did you give yourself the name Athena? To match that complex of yours? You are as stubborn as Lahabrea, I see. Although I speak in earnest, you refuse to hear the meaning of my words. Perhaps you would be better served by a different teacher. Luckily, you already possess the tools I require to make one for you. Excuse me? Which crystal is this? Do I still have all the convocation crystals? I thought I gave them away. To Elidibus. Yes, that crystal teems with memories. Memories of two souls. Oh, right. That's the... Right, I'm so stupid. That's the crystal that Fortunaw gave to me. That Claudian had with him when he crashed the airship. Memories of two souls. It's the crystal that called me to Pandæmonium to begin with. Memories of two souls you know quite well. La Habrea and Eric Thonios. Ha! I shall stitch them into the fabric of two errant souls, that with their help you may come to see clearly. Okay. What up, boys? You... How? Where are we? Surely these two have much to tell you of me, and I would have you listen. Perhaps then you shall better understand me, my desire for godhood. There is another, but their soul has proven difficult to work with. You mean Elidibus? However, with these memories, I may very well manage to weave together something presentable. You have a place in my plan. I do hope that in time you come to realize that cooperation is the best path forward. What's up? What's going on? I have little understanding of where we are, yet somehow I am unsurprised to find you here. At present I have more questions than answers. Perhaps you can help me address this inequity. Is there something we can somewhere we can speak without fear of interruption? Yes. Come on out. come back with me to current day Charlian. Oh, I was kidding. I guess we're still in the Ethereal Sea, so I guess that works. Did they have anything to say about these two being here? How unexpected. I do hope we can consider them allies. One with an aura of overwhelming authority, and the other another that seems uncomfortable in his own skin. I believe I understand just well enough to be thoroughly intimidated. Accurate. Did I get all the pieces from that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I got all the pieces from that raid. It's actually crazy. Makes more sense to put them in this order. I guess I don't have any of these saved from the earlier sets. Okay, there we go. Labrea, some hints I can glean from the surroundings, but I would prefer you simply cut through this knot of questions. I don't know how long it's been, Chrane, but it's good as ever to see your face. Or that it would under more conventional circumstances. Just where are we? And what events have led to this unexpected reunion? So I just left you guys there, huh? And we haven't... I guess... No, we haven't met since then. That makes sense. See, your entire world ended and you died without seeing me again, I guess. Somehow. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe this is plucked right after when we last met. Who knows? Ah yes, I remember telling you, you telling us about this memory crystal. To think that it contained our memories. This is a lot to take in, not least of all the fact that you hail from the future. I searched for you after a time, but could find no trace. Now I know why. Sorry. And yeah, this is why I know you, La Habrea. RH had its share of surprises, if my memories are to be believed. The supposedly world-ending final days came upon us, yet here we are in a future where you, at least, exist. Okay, so now we're post-final days. Okay. Do we overcome the despair that befalls us? Do we find a way to live on? So I guess we can tell everything to these two because they're just memories. Just memories. Questions without simple answers, it seems. Let us take heart that life endured in some form. As but memories, we may never have the luxury of the larger picture. Wow, La Habrea, that's very big of you, considering how you act as your own self. Regardless, now that it's come to pass, this future must be protected from Athena's scheming. La Habrea! I can get used to this. Let this conviction guide our every action. Agreed, but as memories giving fleeting form, we are bereft of any physical or magical talent. We cannot aid Chrane in battle. Nay, Athena meant us to speak, and nothing more. But though we may be tools, we need to be slaves. We need not be slaves to her whims. We will tear ourselves from her grasp and shatter her ambitions. I must wonder how she knew of our history with Chrane. She was there, dude. She was there, man. Likely she possessed some means by which to observe events within Pandæmonium, either while they were occurring or after the fact. Regardless, her knowledge far exceeds our own, a shortcoming we must remedy at once. We would do well to learn more of the Pandæmonium now dominating the landscape of souls. Crane's colleagues will doubtless prove to be valuable in that respect. Get over here. My entire wrist clicked when I did that. It's healing, it's getting better, but it's still not great. Yeah, I've gotten rid of all this stuff. Are those two over there researchers from this era? We must share what we know at once, that we might piece together this vexing puzzle. Do they have anything new to say? Same stuff. La Habrea. Why do you companions hesitate to approach? We may be unusual visitors, but time is of the essence. Bring them here. It's crazy, guys. Although you may be but confluence of memory, it's an honor to meet the personages I have only read of in Crane's reports. As a researcher, this is beyond exciting, but I admit to no small measure of fear as well. I know what you mean. I can scarcely stop my legs from shaking. We're powerless to do aught but speak. I see no reason why you should be afraid. It isn't my life I fear, for I only fear that I might not have the chance to ask you all the questions now burning a hole in my mind. We stand before two of the ancients who hold priceless knowledge beyond the ken of any of our peers. But what purpose does fear serve if not to be confronted and conquered? To that end, we shall share with you our records, and perhaps together we can find the threads which will lead us safely out of this conundrum. Information shall be our most precious resource, for that is the only weapon we can wield in these forms. Our memories here are at your complete disposal. We can start with Athena, whose thirst for discovery would see all life consumed. Her desires haven't changed. Still, she seeks to transcend her mortal existence so that she might unravel the mysteries of life. She would become a god. A nebulous concept, but Athena had her own ideas on what divinity entailed. In her mind, a god can create souls at will. Thus, she chose the underworld, or the ethereal sea as it is known in this age. Oh, it's the same? That makes so much sense. How did I never connect those two dots? Jesus. That makes me feel super dumb. As the staging ground for her final experiments, here lies a practically bottomless well of ether. Even if it means stemming the flow of life itself, she intends to continue her work. She thinks of nothing else. No one else. We caught a glimpse of Athena as we came into this world. Her smile, her voice, they were just as I remember. Without even realizing it, I found myself feeling an affection for her. Well, she's your mom, of course. Like, that's not that weird. You've been living so long thinking she's dead, and then finally seeing her again, you're like, holy shit, that's my mom. Of course you wouldn't be thinking straight for the first 2 seconds that happens. Am I the only one not judging this guy? Don't look at me like I've gone mad. I'm not asking you to join her side. I know the true Erchthonios would never want that, but these emotions remain in memory if nowhere else. We shall remain here to compile what information we can. You must infiltrate Pandæmonium and seek out Athena. I would ask that you leave the memory crystal with us. It may hold secrets which have yet to be unveiled. I'm surprised we don't have Themis with us anymore. All that's left is to cross that menacing threshold. Shall we take a closer look? Why are you so tiny? I have one question for you. Does the word Orosite mean aught to you? He's not judgmental, that's good. Orosite, why? Oh, Orosite, why yes, there are a few records of its existence. It mainly makes appearances in the Legends of Ivalice, and in tales concerning the Asian law. Well, in tales concerning an entity known as an Asian. This personage is associated with black Orosite known as the Heart of Sabik, the source of considerable power. A Heart of Sabik is Orosite? Black Orosite. Okay, now... do tell. I see. So time has not buried it. Beat the heart of Sabik, the heart of Sabik, the heart of Sabik. Bro, are we finally gonna learn exactly what the heart of Sabik is? Like, even more than we just did? It's black Orosite? Labre asked me about Orosite and is yet to say a word since he heard the answer. Did I say something wrong? He's quite intimidating in his silence. I've read that the ancients were much larger than people of our era. Perhaps Athena endeavored to make them less imposing. I must think. Leave me be while you attend to your task. So we're absolutely diving into the heart of Sabik. Awesome. From the outside, Pandæmonium looks no different than it does in the past. Are you sure? However, there is no guarantee that inside will be familiar. You would do well to secure the area near the entrance first. Once it's been cleared of threats, La Brea and I can approach, and we shall begin our exploration of the interior. The portal should convey you to Pandæmonium's gates. I hardly need to tell you to keep your weapon at the ready. Oh. Hard cut. I love that we could see them in the background. Themis? I am Elidibus. I knew you would come. I never lost faith that we would meet again. I told you as much, did I not? I understand you may be confused. I was too at first. You see, I am not the true Themis. I was made by Athena, molded from one of the many souls at her disposal. I am only an illusion built from memory, no more real than La Brea or Erechthonios. Even so, I believe I have a grasp of the situation. This is the distant future. A future where Athena lives once more, although the means of her rebirth are yet beyond me. You are here to stop her. Have I the right of it so far? Very good. I would be disappointed if you did not rise to her challenge. Like, it looks like he has bunny ears on top of this, right? I'm not crazy. I've seen male Vieira with this haircut. Right? Am I crazy? He even has a bunny-esque nose. Like, not fully Vieira-esque. Not fully Vieira nose. But bunny-esque still. It's kind of funny. Although I am sorry to say that I cannot aid you. My creator has tampered with my essence, and I am oddly inclined to act in her interests. I can do naught but offer you words of warning. We will fight, and it cannot be avoided. There is no need for that pained expression. Remember, I am but an illusion, nothing worth shedding tears over. We can free you just as we freed Agdistus. I would feel terrible. I would feel terrible if I had to trounce Elidibus again. I know not what is in your mind, but I must stress once again that I cannot defy the urge to stand against you. Athena's hold over me is unyielding. Still, I would ask that you listen carefully to the advice I offer you now. Athena has prepared a new vessel to replace Erechthonios, so that she may become a god. Oh, to replace Erechthonios being the vessel. I see what he's saying. I was like, what is she going to do to him? No, okay. She has a new vessel. Oh, the professor. By gathering the souls readily available in this sea of ether, she tempers her own essence. Yet the souls are faint, diffuse. She doubts whether they are sufficient for her goals, so she has turned her gaze to you. Despite your thin ether, you managed to lay Hephaestus low, and Athena would know the secrets of your strength. If only she knew everyone else we'd beaten, huh? To that end, she has prepared an experiment for her observation. Fight for your life against Athena's creation, and in doing so give her the knowledge she desires. Okay. Classic music. Okay. Dr. Manhattan, is that you? One Wing, of course. House of Horrors? Like, what am I looking at? Oh my god, that's awesome. What's happening? Athena's made her move. You must find a way to reach her, or all is lost. We can do little but hope for Crane's success. That's an image. Goddamn. What? Oh, okay. This song is dope. That thing is horrifying. So we're inside the orb now, huh? Pandæmonium, once a mass of lifeless stone, now imbued with a soul. I am Elidibus. Athena has grown much since her death at Labrea's hand. Although the souls she creates are imperfect, they act with absolute obedience. I know you shall cut your way through this monster, as you have so many others. Then you shall come before me. Do not hesitate to do what you must, for that is the only way to stop Athena. So we're fighting the House of Horrors, then you, and then Athena. And he's out. Okay. Please be called Hell House or something like that. That'd be awesome. I know it's more a castle than a house, but still. 10th circle. Less than 5, bet. That thing looks horrifying. When this thing formed at the start of that thing's transformation, I was unsure what I was looking at. I was like, oh, something's happening. Then I realized, hold on. Something's happening. It took me a few seconds to, like, for my brain to actually catch up. I was like, oh, that's weird. That's weird. Okay, let's see here. Astro. No, there we go. Chocobo. That's not my attack skill. Here it is. Woo! Ba 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 ba. Thavnair. Okay, we have Hamza twice as well. That's cool. Let's see here. Eldshalian. In the domain of Eldshalian. Yo, Kit, send me. There are no turtles on the list, right? No. Or tigers, though. Three or 4 days from finishing the Arcosadara. We're about to hit 5 minutes. I'm about to win the bet. Against no one. There it is. More than 5 minutes. Like a blotch of dark ink on a serene canvas, Pandæmonium now floats, foreboding, upon the ethereal sea. From its gates has emerged a beast with an insatiable appetite for souls, and its feast threatens to sever the flow of life itself. So who was this? What was this? Although Pandæmonium's mysteries beckon to you from the darkness, you must first quell this immediate threat to the star. And now you steel yourself to brave Pandæmonium once again. 6:15 for this, or that's the average, I guess. But you advance. Your advance is blocked by a familiar face, Themis, who has been molded by Athena from memories of the past and souls of the present. Although his voice is friendly, he says that the strings of his creator force him to face you as a foe. Before he departs, the massive stones and impregnable gates of Pandæmonium arrange into a twisted form. This verboten being serves as a singular purpose, to crush any who would oppose its mother's plans. I don't think I've read like those descriptions before, almost ever. That was well written, honestly. Should probably read them. Little spermy, little sperm. I just watched Jesse Cox and Itme JP watching the Endwalker announcement. So I'm catching up on Jesse's VODs of 14, but he's still in 5.4, I think, where I'm at now watching. So he's not out of Shadowbringers yet. I'm getting there. Catching up on those VODs. I also heard that he has some good Final Fantasy XIV videos on his YouTube channel. I think we're gonna watch them in a few days. Probably when I'm done with the MSQ and stuff like that. Come here, Sotormurg. Sotormurg. Mm-hmm. There it is. Do we have any more enemies in Thavnair? No, that one. We have the tiger. Mare Elementorum, yeah. Oh, it's this one. Get back home, boy. Bring the turtle back safely. That's for fate, so they don't count. That's a player though, so we can join in here and get some points, some XP points. Let's get all of them in here. Let's see, I'm gonna... There we go. I'm gonna keep you healed. Oh no. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Let's see if we can do this in 30 seconds. I don't think so. Well, this is real unfortunate. I have to go. Bye. I don't think I can swap classes. Yep. I'm gonna have to... Damn. That's some shit, dude. That's some shit. That is some doo-doo. And now it's done. Could we have made it in time if I stayed and helped before that happened? Maybe. I don't know. That's stupid to an upsetting degree. Oh my god. The fact that you have to change class to get into the content, instead of it just switching it for you when you get in. My god. Okay, that's that one done. Garlemald is next. Only 2 in Garlemald. Do do do, do 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 do. Fall Maléfique. Gravity 2. Interesting. Okay. Music is so fun and upbeat in Tavernaer. And here it's all dour and depressing, but it makes sense. Let's see here. When did we get gravity? There we go. 120. 130? Wow! It upgraded a whole potency. A whole 10 potency. Da da da. There they are. New animation's cool. Oh god, okay. I was not looking at my own health. Just like in real life, wow. Stupid. Okay, time to find the death machines. Then we're going to the moon. Again. Bam. I've learned my lesson. We're not initiating anything over here. We're going in, Chief. Welcome to the 10th circle. Hell House. Ew. I'm about to end this man's whole career. Oh! Every time the beams, I love it. That's a Vanu Vanu. Okay.
I am Pandæmonium.
That makes sense.
From countless failures have I wrought miracles. Into soulless vessels I breathe life.
Demoniac dungeon. Okay. The Vanu Vanu is a gunbreaker. And apparently someone is red mage and was not expecting to be, so that's also good.
Like a spider, I spin my web.
That line of the song sounds just like the part from Scream.
This prison offers no escape.
Do we stand in these things? I assume so.
I mustn't disappoint. Lady Athena.
Am I missing one? Okay, I'm good. Oh, my god. Okay, Doom. How do I get rid of that shit? How do I get rid of the Doom?
Stay
Oh, it's gone.
where
Okay.
you are.
Tank absorb. Okay.
Webs like unto chains. A tangled morsel awaiting death.
Why do you speak in terms of spiders, dog?
All paths lead back to me.
Well, that's terrifying. A long neck.
I offer a glimpse of Lady Athena's power.
Oh god. Okay. There we go. Think I did a lot of extra steps unnecessarily, but
Stay where you are.
oh god. Timmy!
A tangled morsel awaiting death. All paths lead back to me. These bars are unbreakable.
Okay. I always get fooled by the mech. I'm like, why is there still a person over there when clearly we're supposed to move? And it's like, oh no, it's just the mech.
I am Pandæmonium, and these cells are mine.
Okay. None for me.
Stay where you are. Bear yourselves to me.
Ah.
Your punishment shall be unending. For Athena. For Mother.
Thought he said for Ida. I was like, he knew her? Wow. Oh god, I was too late. I was barely on time. Not to leave though. Not to get out of there. That was stupid. Stupid on my part, that is, not the game. Oh, okay.
Wet like unto chains. These bars are unbreakable.
Ah!
Stay where you are. Wet like unto chains.
Okay. Good. Well done. We destroyed the spider fortress. It's like a huge crab almost. That was super weird. Gross. Okay. Now, to even things out, look at how I'm not gonna get any of these items now. Yeah. Yeah. I got 1, 2. I'll take it. GG. Oh. That's a weird freeze. What? That was a beautiful display as always. I stand enchanted by your grace in battle. Chrane, is that Elidibus? I am Elidibus. Pandæmonium's final gate has been cast wide. I shall await your arrival beyond. Well, boys, apologies for not coming sooner. This space is enveloped in some fell energy. We couldn't risk venturing through it before taking due precaution. Were my eyes mistaken? Was that Themis? Tell us what you know. We must consider our next course of action carefully. Okay, boys, that was Themis. That must have been Themis, but how? Magic. Just a lot of magic. I ought to have anticipated this. If she bore witness to the past events within Pandæmonium, Athena would have found Elidibus impossible to overlook. Few possess such a talent for magics, to say naught of the emissary's discerning judgment. And so she found his soul upon the tides of the ethereal sea and used his memories to craft a puppet that would serve her whims. But is what Themis said true? She imbued Pandæmonium itself with a soul? Yes. To breathe life into that which should never live, Athena's research is fast approaching its culmination. Fortunately, with the information shared with us by your friends, we've made some strides toward figuring out how to stop her. A crystal called the Heart of Sabik may be the key. The researchers related a quick but thorough history of events leading to the present. The sundering of the star, the emergence of the Asians, and the calamities that they brought to bear upon the realm. Tales that under other circumstances we would have considered childish fantasy, if not for a name that rang true to La Habrea's memories. The Heart of Sabik. To you, the secret of the Ultima weapon's might, not least the spell known as Ultima, and a source of enduring mystery. We are told that a general from the Garlean Empire was gifted this Orosite by an Asian, that the Ultima weapon might be perfected. The identity of this shadowy benefactor, however, remains a curious unknown. Not to me. Not to me. You seem to be a veritable trove of uncommon knowledge. Is there aught you are withholding? Why don't I just tell you? Very well. At present, the Heart of Sabik itself is of great moment. Moment. It is a creation of Athena's, made during a time with the words of La Habrea. Context. Yes, this predates even Pandæmonium's construction. She brought before us a crystal she claimed to have chanced upon, saying it contained immense power. She dubbed it Orosite, studying it with a fervor unusual even for her. The eventful fruit of her efforts was a Stygian crystal unlike aught we had ever seen. The Heart of Sabik. Did Athena encounter Ultima, the High Seraph, perchance? How did she find this Orosite? What is Orosite? All very good questions. Did she encounter Ultima, the High Seraph, perchance? An unexpectedly specific question. I gather that the Heart of Sabik is not the only Orosite in this era. Regardless, I know naught of this High Seraph. Okay. Athena was never forthcoming as to how she found the crystal, though we came to suspect that it was not of our star. Interesting. Much later, we discovered that Orosite magnifies the desire of those who came into contact with it. Oh. This would do much to explain Athena's actions following her recovery of the crystal. Alas, this realization came too late. By the time I moved to seal the Orosite and its insidious influence away, Athena's plot had already been laid. So, what became of the Heart of Sabik? I took it from Athena's laboratory after I ended her life. The density of the ether within was unlike anything I had observed. I knew its capacity for destruction, but further analysis proved impossible. I elected to safeguard it myself. So, any doubts as to him stepping down as La Habrea before we get to know him? Ugh. Out the window. He is the La Habrea we know. I'm certain of this now. Because I had the question, what if Ericthonios is the actual La Habrea that we know? It's for sure this guy. Same with Themis as Elidibus. I'm assuming that having read about Zodiark in the compendium you get in the patches, it states that Elidibus was absorbed or like became the heart of Zodiark, and then he made a reflection of himself to stay around with his allies to like keep going with his research and all that stuff. Basically continue his work. So Themis, or Elidibus as we know him, I'm assuming is the reflection he created after he became the heart of Zodiark. So the Themis we've been hanging out with here is probably before. Yeah, the parts 1 and 2 it was before the Sunring, and now it's after. It is possible that Athena herself obscured the crystal's contents. Even were her memories stored within, I would have remained in ignorance. If she included some mechanism by which to give these memories form, as she did with our own, she would be reborn. Goddamn. So that's the heart of Sabik. Athena. Basically. Ironic that I should have protected those very memories in the name of safeguarding the star. Fate is loath to see mistakes go unpunished. That's actually sick. I'm really glad we got some Heart of Sabik stuff in here. That's unexpected. The monster unleashed Ultima? I can only guess that it was Athena's hand that placed such magic within the heart of Sabik. If so, it's only natural she would gift her own creations with such terrible power. This is going to be Elidibus' fight. Are those 14 chairs? Yo. I have told you all I know of Athena, and the many secrets she kept hidden from the world. If she indeed stored her memories within the heart of Sabik, we must ask ourselves how they were awakened in this age. When was the crystal last sighted? The fight with Ultima? And then, when the Ultima weapon started glowing with Ultima, my heart starts glowing at the same time. I don't know what that says about anything going on. During my fight with the Ultima weapon. In which you triumphed but failed to recover the heart. Yet according to your colleagues, there was another on the battlefield that day. An Ascian. You. And this selfsame Ascian was later struck down at a location known as the Aetherochemical Research Facility, where his ship crashed and Pandæmonium was moved from and remade. I've heard that name before recently. The site of Professor Claudian's disappearance. Indeed. He was tracing an ethereal signature resembling that of the memory crystal in his possession. A signature that may very well have belonged to the heart of Sabik. In which case, it is no coincidence that Athena's awakening followed. But what reason would he have to bring her back to life? Was his mind not his own? People do stupid things in the name of research. Yet more questions, without answers. Although Athena's essence is that of memory, her magics have not suffered for lack of physical body. As the world is now, it should not be possible, but she must have found a suitable vessel. The professor, right? If Elidibus is to be believed, she readies this vessel for godhood, and is perilously close to success. It beggars belief, as you well know. You were the linchpin of her ambition. Yours was the only form that could contain the immense power Athena required, has long since turned to dust. If it's not the professor... Is Haldrath's body still there? The first... Not the first Dragoon, but like the old Azure Dragoon? Or the Pope? Is his body still there? Am I forgetting someone? One of the Warring Triad, maybe? Anhydrus, maybe? I don't know. I don't think he's a candidate for this. As pleasant as this discussion is, we require more information if we're to unravel this mystery. You know who awaits you, Chrane? Themis. I fear you won't find him so cooperative as we're accustomed to. We know not how vast the space beyond the gates may be, but somewhere within lurks Athena with Elidibus leashed at her side. Can't believe we're fighting Elidibus again. Hell yeah. This may be a simplistic theory, but hear me out. If Themis arose from his memories intact, he will be eager to see reason. We need only break the magics that bind him to regain our old ally. When I had fallen under Hephaestus' influence, you didn't stop trying until I was freed, and I would ask you to do the same for Themis. Though none of us are real in the conventional sense, I feel it must be done. Themis would never have wished to be your enemy. I know something you don't. While Erechthonios' perspective is a sentimental one, Elidibus may possess privileged knowledge. To question him unimpeded by magics would be ideal. Agnestis broke free of her bonds in her final moments, suggesting that Athena's hold weakens under the weight of combat. You must use the same principle to unshackle Elidibus' mind. But remember that our very nature is fragile. Even if he inhabits a vessel with which to meet you in battle, I'm certain it is not meant to endure. If left weakened for too long, his aether may dissipate back into the ethereal sea. You had best act quickly. Woo! Look at that thing. Whum! There it is. The 11th circle. Okay, boys. Oh, hold on. I should probably queue up first, though. That makes more sense. The crystal. I returned it to the safekeeping of your colleagues. I could find nothing new amongst the memories stored within. This space, on the other hand, is fascinating. Wrought by the same power of the keywords wielded, I presume. We know not for how long we'll have free reign to go between here and the Aetioscope. We'll remain here for now unless absolutely necessary. Well, well. You know what? I'll withdraw from that. I'll be right back. I'll do this. We'll do one of those. Maybe stand me here with my boys. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's actually queue up for this thing now. 11th circle, go. Okay. Let's go back to Garlemald. Kill the last of those things. Back to Garlemald. Ba-da-ba. I need to level Fisher, but I really don't want to. I don't know what it is, I just don't find fishing as exhilarating as every other MMO player, apparently. I know people that play MMOs just to do the fishing. Couldn't be me. Goddamn. Yeah, Mare Lamentorum. Boo. So nothing in this area? Okay. You're a fate. We're doing, let's see, Wanderer over there. Trimmer down here. Moose up here, right? The Weeper is in the cave. Yeah. Two of these. There you go. That was fast. There we go. Jumped into the ether. How fitting. Okay. So, is it La Brea? At the convocation? Ooh. Do the voice.
I suppose I have Athena to thank for this incarnation. I have long considered how I might stand against you, I admit. In transformation, I present to you my truth. I am Elidibus.
Woo! Look at that! The song. And I am Asm. Bitch. All cats. Almost. Woo! Themis, let's dance, dude. This is sick. Da, 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 Oh, why is it so good? Why is this game so good? The fact that they got his voice actor back as well for so many patches after.
Will light embrace or darkness
Amazing.
consume?
Song's called In the End, right? Like, not this version of the song, but the original, I mean. Damn fly.
Submit to the emissary's judgment. The balance must needs be maintained.
Where are we going?
Will you be judged worthy to exist?
Did I do the right thing? It was opposites? Yeah, okay, good.
These magics are not for you to wield.
Arm's length, please, and thank you. Another, okay. Oh, what a tricky man. What a trickster.
Will light embrace or darkness consume? Will you be judged worthy to exist? Now to take your measure.
I keep forgetting that I can teleport. I'm a reaper, man.
From beyond!
Is that our Titan? Think so. Yeah, we have a summoner. That's ours. The timing was so weird. That's why I'm... It's like, from beyond! And a Titan came down?
I shall never die.
Well, I have some bad news for you, Elidibus. You're very dead.
Now to take your measure.
Oh my goodness. I forgot it gets wide.
These magics are not for you.
This is a pretty damn good fight, honestly.
Will you be judged worthy to exist?
Plus bringing back one of their best voice actors, you know. I have no words. Oh my. Oh my.
Take your measure.
Does it go wide again? Yep, it do. It do that.
For victory.
Oh crap, it goes where I'm looking. Okay, not where I'm walking. That's good to know. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, those are what he's talking about. That's a lot of beams.
These magics are not for you to wield. Power from beyond. Will light embrace or darkness consume?
Oh, that's messed up. Okay.
For victory!
Da, 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 da. Bam, 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 bam. Sorry, Elidibus. I hope you're okay. Looks like it. Well done, everyone. We didn't kill him. Stone-faced. Okay. Okay, how many of us are fighting over gear this time? What the hell? That's just a Moogle. Take all my upvotes. There's 6 of us fighting for gear? That's not gonna go well. Got the only piece that I don't really care about. Well, I have enough for a helmet and a pair of boots and a few trinkets. So that's nice. That was a fun fight. God damn. That was good. Please be okay. That's not the good music. The fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magics magnified the desires of the victims at the expense of all else, but I never guessed what desire of mine she could exploit. Since the moment we met, I've made plain my interest in you, my desire to understand your nature. I suppose that curiosity extended to how each of us would fare in a match of strength. What is this? Is that her bind on him? What the hell happened? Free. Then I'm no longer needed. What do you mean? No! No! Elidibus, I need answers. Shit only you can provide. Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few memories of clarity are more than I could have asked for. Can't believe I'm losing him again. We need you, Themis. Your work isn't over. You must render judgment of Athena's actions. Ooh. Call on his roll. You know what? No. Themis, I don't care. You're my friend. We need you, Themis. This warmth. Your ether. You've grasped the fraying strands of my being and tied them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear that I am here on borrowed time. I only hope that I can see you through the last of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment. Palm. I am Elidibus, the emissary. I'm glad he got to say that line again in the fight. That was cool. As such, it falls upon me to judge Athena, who would disrupt our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desires. I swear I shall not waver in this duty. Let us return to Erecthonios and La Habrea. There is much I would share with you before we embark upon our final ascent. Damn, dog. That's awesome. That's crazy. The four of us together once again. Although I may not have directly experienced our adventures, my memories make our bonds as real as any other. As I surmised, Elidibus was constructed with the strength to see your battle done. Yet I fear his ether may not sustain him through another. We only have one more fight. Guess who that's gonna be, though? Themis, it's good to see you. I knew Chrane would guide you to our side once again. I am grateful he had the patience to tolerate my lapse in manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken, and I pledge every moment of my remaining time to seeing that she answer for her deeds. Very good. To that end, I would have you share what you know of her plan. Of course. As I mentioned, Athena possesses a vessel that may serve in the creation of a god. Who? It is someone Chrane knows well, a man by the name of Claudian. Okay. By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. The creation of a person requires not just body, soul, or memory, but rather all three. We are made from the memories of our ancient counterparts, etched upon drifting souls, and given form through the infusion of ether. We lack a physical body, yet we can see and feel us all the same. Yet you can see and feel us all the same. Athena is different. She has carved her memories into Claudian's soul while it was still within its body, thus made both her own. But even she is prone to error. After the sundering, beings become more fragile in both body and soul, and this difference prevents Athena from realizing the full extent of her desires. So that's why she's turned her sights toward Chrane. His uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of our age. By scrutinizing his feats in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secret of Crane's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the culmination of her research be at hand. You have to say Claudian. We can't simply remove Athena's memories from Claudian's body. Then we fight Athena. To fight Athena, we must fight Claudian as well. Can we simply remove her memories from his body? An arduous task, but not impossible. Athena can inscribe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken Claudian's spirit to the reality of his bondage, he might be compelled to wrest his body from Athena's clutches. Huh? We still don't know why she chose Claudian. What makes him more suited than anyone else? Although I have never spoken to Claudian, I did witness an incident that might prove revelatory. When instructing the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name. Erechthonios. Is he one of your shards? One of your splits? What? Why would she... It is as I thought. Huh. I'm just gonna Google Claudian real quick. Just to see what he looked like. Okay. I guess I see it. I never even thought about it. But, sure. I guess they have the same face. Never even... Okay. So he's one of his splits. His shards. Our course of action is clear. We must lay Athena low and rescue Claudian. A difficult task to be sure, but one which the present company is more than capable of achieving. Why would Athena use my name? More questions and few answers to go around. Mother's touch. Is this where we're fighting her? On this deck of cards in the middle of the ocean? Because we're at boss 4 now, so it's gotta be Athena, right? Themis, you may have just handed us the key to rescuing Claudian. He called him Themis. What must we do? First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made vulnerable as Elidibus was. Yet our opponent stands on the verge of godhood. As we are now, she would unmake us in an instant. Chrane, we have no choice but to place the burden of our fate and the fate of many more besides squarely upon your shoulders. I trust you have no objection. God or no, I shall cast her down. It's a burden I'm used to carrying. Objections, no. Concerns, yes. God or no, I'll cast you out! To quote my boy Odin, Anthony Hopkins. If you have faith in your victory, then so do I. And we all appreciate Crane's willingness to fling himself at the unknown. However, we have yet to hear how this will liberate Claudian. I have a plan. Do not trouble yourself over the details. Same goes for you, Chrane. We must focus the entirety of our attention on Athena. Attention on Athena. She will not be easily bested, even by one of your prowess. Then let us trust in Labrea and prepare for the battle to come. Round 12. Oh, lore. Personal conversation. Before we face Athena, I must know. If she had never discovered the Orosite, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? I have asked myself the same question. Questions with no answer, I fear. But let us not put them out of our mind. There is something we must discuss, and I would do so not as Labrea, but as father to his son. I guess that's for them to know and for us to find out at another time. Wah, wah, wah. 12. Yep, there we go. Yay! Cue this up. Okay, let's get back to hunting ghosts on the moon. Wow. Are you kidding me? Well, where it is. Where it is. That's where I'm at right now mentally. Where it is. Okay, Athena. Time has come. Yo, what up?
You have done well to reach the seat of godhood. Now, bear your souls to me.
No. Summon my friends. That song's dirty, dude. Okay, Shiva. Whoa.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest! You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
This song is cool. Oh god. I almost stepped into it again. Oh my god. Okay, I see. Learning that the hard way.
From nothing, I
2 and 1. Okay.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze. These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Showed us a little galaxy. Okay. Where the hell do we go? Okay. Why did we go in that one? I don't know. Okay. I almost missed that one. Is it the one with the shortest line? Like, I have no clue. Oh god, okay. I really want to look up the lyrics to this song later. It sounded like she sang My Chosen One, so it's probably very much related to what's going on in here. Oh god, okay. Oh god, okay.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
How do you tell which side it's gonna hit? Oh wait, is this the... It's the same song we heard before, but different mix.
But a glimpse of a god's strength.
Interesting. Oh god. Goodness!
Behold such power as you will never wield.
Oh god! Get me out of there, dog. I'm not enjoying all these AoEs, man. They're scaring me. Okay. 80? That's a lot. That's a lot!
Seven elves to the pinnacle of the heavens. The world shall tremble.
Yeah, this is about to go bad. Thank God for this paladin up front. Ah! Nice.
Such a singularly resolute soul. These chains are forged from the fabric of creation. Shine brilliant for me.
I don't understand. Oh, it's the blue ring. Okay.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
That's what we're looking for. Charging that side. Hits the other. And then... Okay.
Today, my
So she visibly charged that side, did one here and then two there. Okay.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Ah!
I give voice.
Where are we going? Not there, apparently.
Shine brilliant for me.
R.I.P. This song is dope. Boom, down, 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 down. That was cool.
Today, my theory shall be proven as fact.
Say good night.
These chains are forged
Oh,
from the
here comes the machinist.
creation. Shine through.
Wow. Can we just get her out of here, dog? Yeah. Woo! There you go, Athena. Your ambitions end. We did the thing. That's a beautiful background. Yay! We did it. Teddy Bjorn? Okay. His name's Teddy Bear. Of course we gotta vote for him. And nothing? Then at least let me get the Athena. Hell yeah. I've been so lucky with minions. It's not even funny. I've been so lucky with minions. I only rolled a 58 and I got it. God damn. To follow you everywhere. That is her wish. Sure. That would scare the heck out of me, but sure. Let's say that's it. I say I've been lucky with minions, but I've been lucky with raid and dungeon drops in general. I got the Alamigo mount first run. If that's not luck, I don't know what is. Countless years I waited within that stifling crystal, and now when my dream is finally within reach, you stand in my way. That's kind of my thing. It's kind of what I do to everyone. Your dream is not but selfish ambition. Its fulfillment would benefit only you. And why, Athena, at the end of this road to godhood, what did you hope to find? It matters not. The fact remains that she's worked against the interest of the star. Yeah, but he's her son. Like, he deserves to know, I think. Especially since he was considered as her first vessel. And technically her second as well. Even so, I would hear her answer. I would know why my mother cast us aside. Let me guess. She's even more crazy than we expect. Oh, okay. She dropped her mask. Time to reveal all. Mask unequipped. How unlike you, Erechthonios. You were never so inquisitive before. Having struck upon a hypothesis, there is but one thing that the wise woman desires. Why is she moving like a damn zombie? Okay. Irrefutable proof. She's crazy. My theory was that any true god would see us as we are, imperfect. She would hammer out our flaws and build something greater. to prove this could not but benefit the star, I would give it the perfect stewards, that it might shine brighter than any other. And you would destroy the lives already upon it. In that I am no different from our peers. Over the course of eons, how many creations have we wrought? Such creatures cannot be but usher their inferior predecessors into oblivion. Even without our meddling, nature would have taken the selfsame course. If the destination is the same, is it somehow worse to arrive there by the guidance of a god? I think not. The Orosite made such thoughts irresistible, perhaps, but it cannot have created them from whole cloth. This is Athena's truth. What right have you to pass judgment? You were but a vessel for my masterwork. Your purpose ends there. My only mistake was leaving you possessed of a soul. That's your son. What are you saying? Poor Erechthonios, always the last to arrive at the obvious conclusion. I gave birth to you for a single reason, that you might serve as my tool. And like any tool, I crafted you to suit my needs, that you might accept my essence when the time came. I like that every time they cut to my characters, my eyebrows keep going lower and lower, like every time. This is insane. What she's saying, she's crazy. Of course, I also made you more amenable to my demands, and ensured that you would feel a clawing affection for your dear mother. However, it seems that my tinkering was insufficient. My very feelings were of your design. Okay, who's about to dive in front of this orb? You created a boy unable to grasp even the simplest magic, ever hopelessly clinging to his mother's robes, unable to do otherwise. I was doomed from the start. Yet here you are, standing in defiance of her design. You are more than what she made you. I still feel the sting of it, but with pain comes clarity. You ill deserve to wear the mantle of a god. She does have the evil sting of one of the Greek ones, though, so the fact that she's named Athena, fitting. As stubborn as you are, witless, if this star will not be mine, then it serves no purpose. She's the Joker. She's the Joker. She aims to obliterate the ethereal sea and stem the flow of life. She will do no such thing. Before the battle, Aubrey told me I was the key to finishing this. Although I am but an illusion, my soul has crossed aeons to find its home in another. One whose body Athena has seen fit to purloin as her own. My boy. Do it. Much of what I once was now resides in him. Should my memories seize this chance to follow suit, they may resound enough to wake his mind. But Athena inhabits him still. What will become of you? I don't know. But if I can rouse his spirits, perhaps it will disrupt Athena's hold. It's the best chance we have. My whole life others have looked down upon me, but I've never given up searching for my purpose. Now I've found it. The little smile. Nice. This decision is yours to make, and yours alone. Do as you will, my son. I know you shall make me proud. Yes. So good. Erechthonios, do not dare. Oh shit. No, stop this. Your words hold no sway over me no longer. Hold sway over me no longer. I'm free, and I've found my true family. He's the Flash! Woohoo! My power wanes. The vessel rejects me. Oh shit. What's happening? Athena's magics should be impotent with nobody to fuel them. Precisely. Athena was the sole force holding the space around Pandæmonium together, and now it crumbles. Although little would change if we were buried here, we cannot let this be Chrane's final resting place. La Brea, I love that this is how our story ends together. What about her? I mean, let's leave her, but we need to get him out of here. Oh. Thank you, Themis. What is this, though? Is that all that's left of our boy? Erechthonios? Of all my miscalculations, to think that you would be my undoing. That you would even be capable of defying me. Ah, is there more you would say to me? Or have you decided to return to your dear mother's bosom? Have you brought Claudian back to me? Apologies, but I'm only the dregs of your own memory. I can do naught but watch as the evil you've wrought collapses, burying you under its weight. How disappointing. Truly useless to the last. Lady, you're evil. And who made me that way? Got her. Got her, dude. Woo. Here it comes. Or there it goes, I guess. There it goes. Is he alive? I mean, now we can clearly see the resemblance, though. Now that I'm actually looking at him. What I think is funny, though, is that I gave both Erechthonios and Claudian kind of the same voice. Like, both of them, I just gave them a normal, like, American accent. And then I just gave Ruzinod the same voice, but British. And Nemgigi looks like Dodger, Dex Bonus, did many years ago. Hair color and all. So I gave her the Dodger voice, of course. But the fact that I gave Claudian and Erechthonios kind of the same voice is really funny. Looking back at it. Although Erechthonios was naught but a collection of memories, I know his absence pains you. But he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back on this moment now, not with sorrow, but with pride. You both are the heroes of the day. Athena's ambitions would have swallowed the world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here both to look over Claudian and ensure that there are no further disturbances in the ethereal sea. You should rest, and I will not take no for an answer. Oh yeah, I got a blade. Bum. Wind up Athena. Oh, I have a lot of things in here. Serpent hatchling, yeah, I bought that a few days ago. Yeah, wind up Omega M, yup, got that a few days ago. Bitty Duckbill, look at that chunky boy. Wind up Athena. Like, I've got a lot of these. I feel. Also, I kind of want the ruby weapon hanging out with me. It's kind of cool. Like, from the raids recently, I think I may have picked up Edda from the market board. From the raids, I've gotten... Is he from a dungeon, or did I buy him on the market board? I don't remember. I've gotten Reen, Gaia, Herois. I don't remember who this one is. Oh, Herois. It's, is this Vana? Or am I crazy? One's a woman who selflessly served her fellow man as him. Yeah, it's Athena. Vana. Yeah. Come on, you know who this hero is. Yeah, Herois, yeah. Ericthonios, Athena. There's been a few others, but I don't remember which ones. Oh yeah, 2P, Smolder Stubby, 9S. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of the weird dungeon and raid minions recently. And I've only done most of them once. That's been kind of fun. Guided by the past. This is the end then? Some more Gil involved, more rewards than usual. It seems we can do naught but wait. And so they waited and missed out on 2 expansions for it. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. The Asian. While your colleague Nemgigi was enlightening us on the historical events which led to this era, she let slip the name of one of the Asians. La Habrea. How could you, Nemgigi? Although she knew of the figure only from her research, she was most insistent that there is no evidence connecting the Asian to myself. I just want to take a little screenshot of this here. Yet I am aware that this La Habrea used the heart of Sabik to sow chaos throughout your world, and I would be a fool to deny such strong connections between us. You are the only present who has met the Asian in question, so I would ask you directly, are he and I one and the same? Is my fate to work in the shadows and bring about untold destruction? That's interesting. That's super interesting. Okay, kind of leaving it up in the air. I love that. Okay. You're him. I can't be certain, honestly. I think it is, but I can't be 100% sure. A diplomatic answer. I understand the Asians often use the bodies of others to enact their plots, so it is impossible to say who they truly are. These Asians, or Paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin the sundered worlds. I'd heard but a small number of their deeds, and I still find it difficult to comprehend the depths to which they were willing to sink. To choose a path of evil, all for the sake of the star. Would he do it? I admit 'tis a decision I would make under the right circumstances. Although the ages may take their toll, my devotion to my duty will never waver. So it is probably you, then. Paying no heed to what might be lost, I will treat the heart of Sabik as a mere tool for my own ends. Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend, and remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. Laughing as the unintended devastation occurs. Oh. Oh. Claudian's POV. Welcome back, man. It appears Claudian has awakened. Does he have part of Ericthonios' memories? Chrane, I have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. And you were there too. La Habrea. Ericthonios' memories of you dwell within me still. Yo! Sick. Through unyielding discipline, you hoped to forge a son equal to yourself. But the crucible you placed him in left scars which were loath to heal. Yet you were never motivated by selfishness. All you did was in service of your duty. At the least I will hear no more. Though you may possess Ericthonios' memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you have become someone else entirely, and you belong to this age. As such, I'm your enemy. And an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Wow. Of course. Of course. I would never condone the actions of the Asian, but you are not him. You're La Habrea of the Convocation. You spared no effort in saving us from Athena's machinations. For that you deserve the utmost praise and my personal thanks. I agree. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. The most difficult of your trials is behind you. But you may find the Pandæmonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. Among them is the identity of Hephaestus' liberator, who set the very first wheels in motion. There is but one place to find the answer. The past. The past. However, I must insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it would change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Now that I have said my piece, I shall follow in my son's footsteps. Bye. These odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Farewell. Goodbye, La Habrea. What about you, man? Staying around? Oh. My time too draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter through. You shall journey to the past, seek out the truth of Lahabrea's words, yes? Oh, crap. Well, Themis himself may have been there to see this encounter. I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. I look forward to it. I shall take in the ethereal sea one final time as we await your return. Okay. So who will let the dogs out, as it were? Let's go find out. I thought it was Athena, but I guess that doesn't really make sense. Now all that is left is to return to Pandæmonium and ask Lahabrea to shed light upon its few remaining mysteries. I look forward to your return. I too shall stay here and await your return. I could use the rest. And there's a matter I would discuss with you and Themis before we say our farewells. I believe we've yet to see the full effects these events will have on the ethereal sea. Once Professor Cloudin recovers, we must conduct a thorough investigation.
Rest of that, I shall return to Emporia and make our report to Master Fortune at once. Where to begin?
I'll be back soon, boyos. That's the whale from the Endwalker announcement. That thing seats 8 people. Crazy. Also, there's whale dong. For some reason, they added that to the thing. Whoever thought that was a good idea, couldn't tell you. It's crazy, though. Whew, that was a great raid series. Let's see if the end is good. Ufiti! Someone flying by monkey. Ape. Is a gorilla an ape? They are the largest of the great apes. Almost all monkeys have tails. Apes don't have tails. Oh. Good to know. I learned. Though for the longest time growing up, I thought chimps had tails. So. They don't, right? Am I crazy? They don't. No. Because I always thought about Curious George as a chimp. And now that I'm looking at it, Curious George doesn't have a fucking tail. Well, that's weird. So, I guess my entire childhood's a lie. You must be Chrane. I am Hegemony, keyword of Abyssos, but I suspect you may already know that. We did meet once before, after all, though I was not entirely myself at the time. Were you the tree? Thanks to you, however, I can rightly say my faculties are mine once more. At present, I am taking stock of the damage done to the facility. A lot of people here. These giant chains are so overkill, but goddamn do they look cool. Let's go find my boys. Dude, the tubes. Guys. Chrane, I didn't expect to see you again so soon. but it's always a joy. You seem quite happy to be here. I'm happy you're alive here. Thank you for checking up on us. Did you speak with Hegemony and the other warders on your way here? The work is long, but we have made great strides in undoing Athena's meddling. Let's wrap this up, dog. Chrane, truth be told, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit this place again. It seems I was wrong. Just wanted to say hello. I'm looking for answers. How neatly you obfuscate your motivations. Do as you will, then. He has gone through the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think curtness is in order. We braved Pandæmonium together. Why not at least share with him our progress? They took that as an insult? That was such social devastation. That was not my intention. I have relinquished control of Pandæmonium to La Habrea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in rightful hands. With La Habrea's help, we have poured through Athena's research into the Hemithoi. Thus, we were able to restore Hegemony's mind and body. Yet, there is still much work to be done, damage to repair, keywords to replace. The tasks are too many to count. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say the Pandæmonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed. Before we reach that point, however, there are some matters which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandæmonium itself. Another is a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. It shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. Do you intend to share your burdens with us? If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment almost beggars belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. I simply ask that you do not interfere, no matter what may happen. Are we about to find out that he's not the La Habrea we know? And he dies here? Is that what's about to happen? Because the height, you know. I guess he was in Thancred's body the entire time, so the height doesn't matter. But still. Is she the one who did this? Is that what we're focusing on her? Hegemony? Stay here. This will be over soon. Why did you call me here, Master La Habrea? There is still much to be done if the warders are to be freed. You have served within Pandæmonium since Athena's time, have you not? That makes you the most senior key ward, now that Agdistis is gone. As such, you deserve to know a secret few other are privileged to hear, one concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one which came at no small cost to my natural talents. I am but a shadow of the man I was at the time of my appointment as La Habrea. I could never hope to wield the same magics that Hephaestus used to bind the warders' minds, let alone break their shackles. That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Master La Habrea. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that in order to transform a vessel into a Hemithos Absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magics used to achieve such dominion exploited strong emotions within their victims' hearts. In the case of Hesperos and Agdistis, the respect for me. Upon slipping his bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandæmonium into chaos. With their attention divided, Key Ward and Warder alike were easy targets. But there was an act that came before. Regardless of Hephaestus' prowess, he could not have won freedom on his own. For long days and nights I pondered who might have released him. I could only conclude that Athena's plans were set in motion long, long ago, when she claimed the mind of one of her admirers.
Athena?
Hegemony. None would question your pride in your position, your devotion to Pandæmonium. But you do not believe I'm the one fit to lead it, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision for Pandæmonium, but Athena's.
Master La Habrea, whatever has spurred this sudden accusation, I assure you there is a proper explanation.
What are you doing, La Habrea? Oh, silence! Do not approach! That's what he said, okay.
I accidentally clicked it.
As I have already stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it.
I keep clicking the mouse.
And so I have come to a decision. One which was made with the best interest of our star in mind. In order to build a better future, I require the strength I have lost.
Okay.
I must embrace these odious memories.
Nice.
Woo. Do it. Mark well this sight. Engrave it upon your very soul. You now bear witness to the true La Habrea.
Come on. Catch up, game. Catch up. Yep, there she is.
I cannot imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done.
Is she alive?
Yes, and she shall remember this lesson well.
Athena's puppet no longer, I see.
She may yet harbor ill will toward me, but that is a risk I'm willing to take. Our star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow Pandæmonium to divert my focus. Hegemony, I would ask that you serve me anew. There is none other more suited to overseeing this prison. None other who will take such pride in their duty.
My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position of keyword?
I require your talents as I require Hephaestus. The past is of no consequence.
Very well. In honor of our fallen colleagues, I shall restore this institution to its former glory.
La Habrea is himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation and thinks not twice once his judgment has sounded. Yet he is different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star. So long as duty guides his actions, he shall not share her fate. And should his convictions ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Good. If this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk with him. I'll allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him in the days ahead. I would not ask you to say the same, Chrane. You and I stand on peaks separated by vast chasms. Our perspectives shall never align. It's probably true. And never shall one give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any debts between us to be void. Before you leave, mark well these words. Such devastation, this was not my intention. I know it's not him who says the line, but, you know. My resolve shall weather loss unfathomable, and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction. I like memory La Habrea more. Well, Germany, Master La Habrea saw through me long ago, but now my mind is unclouded by doubts, and I shall not fail him again. Hephaestus and La Habrea were one and the same when he was named as one of the convocation. This change poses no need for concern, for all is as it should be. From this day forward, I will do what I can to aid my father. In this way I shall forge my own future. If not for you, my long-slumbered demons may have gone unslain. I would have never been forced to reconsider my true nature. Yet as I said, do not consider this an admission of debt. Now I believe you have other places to be. Remain here any longer and I may be inclined to place you in a cell next to one of our more recalcitrant subjects. Damn. Okay, bye to you too, La Habrea. I miss the other you. Memory you. I think he's more nice. He's nicer to me. And, yeah. Back to the scope we go. Only the two of them remaining. You're returned. I should like to hear what you discovered, though I believe your friend has business with us first. There you are, Chrane. While you were away, Themis brought me up to speed on all that happened while I was held prisoner. His story shone light upon any number of questions that were niggling at my conscience. I've never heard this word before. That's... like, is it like something biting at him? Like something itching? Namely, those concerning the ethereal signature emanating from Alice's Law. Doubtless its source was Athena. Doubtless its source was Athena, reaching out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Erichthonius' place, grasping for the body his soul resided in. I wanted to ask, when you first found the crystal, were you unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed. It was only after our research was well underway that I could hearken to its whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories. But the passage of time likely changed Erichthonius' soul in subtle ways. Perhaps ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Erichthonius exposed you to Athena's voice. As well, doubtless the choice to venture forth into As's law was not your own. It was Athena's influence working through you. I do recall being strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness usually. Although the choice was not entirely my own, I'm still ashamed of my actions. Reflection is how we plant the seeds of growth. Although we must not blame ourselves for events out of our control. Though the voice in the crystal belonged to the person from which your soul originated, well, not even the most brilliant researcher could have come to that conclusion. I do agree. Your reassurance means more than you know. Thank you. Now, one final matter. It concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure in motion. Perhaps sparkled by recent events, a new light began to shine from within its depths. From my experience, this may indicate that a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed. For some time, the question of why La Habrea and Erichthonius would leave such a crystal behind, in the first place, has lingered in the back of my mind. Same. With Erichthonius' memories and such magical talents as are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us all to behold. Shall we witness it together? Oh yeah, if you're sundered Erichthonius, of course you're not going to be La Habrea. Why the hell was that a theory I had? If you're part of his sundered soul, of course you're not La Habrea. Oh? I leave this memory for you. The future of our star. The final days have come, and the creation magics we have relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair has not yet won out. La Habrea and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Their plan requires great sacrifice. Elidibus Themis has already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there is another problem which must be dealt with. Pandæmonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creations. Even should we survive the final days, it will take time to restore order. If Pandæmonium's cells were breached and their prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind to ensure that never happens. With Themis and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, that responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directives of the Convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil. I know that in doing so, the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That's why I have resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memories of Pandæmonium from both my father and I, and shall bear this warning to the future, even if I cannot. I've imbued the crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew, this message will reach me. Pandemonium shall not be left unattended. If all else fails, then perhaps another man like my dear friend will come along. One with an almost unnatural ability to pick up the scent of trouble. I wonder where he is now. How many souls has he saved? How many beasts has he slain since last we met? Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish. Chrane, may we meet again. Now listen well. If anyone receives this message, you must come to Pandemonium. Please make haste. I repeat. R.I.P. Well, that dispels the last of my doubts. Thank you for humoring me. And now we come to this. It survived. Oh shit! That's I'm gonna assume that's Black Orosite, meaning Heart of Sabik. Yes, the Heart of Sabik. Accurate reaction. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I regained my senses, I found it on my person. Now it appears your efforts have left it bereft of memories. No trace remains of Athena. However, its power as Orosite yet remains, and it may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for a reason. I shall take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness. There goes my memories with the Heart of Sabik. Well, Themis, Elidibus, here it ends. It's weird ending this with the memory of you and not the actual you, but I guess it makes sense.
Then Hephaestus' story has been laid bare.
Oh my god, voice acting?
As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandemonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored. I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend. So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper. Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember.
Oh shit.
In what I feel.
Okay, we are actually ending it with a real Elidibus in a way, okay.
You deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandemonium are clear, all else is hazy at best.
That's probably for the better.
Perhaps Athena made me this way. Or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before. Still, I can recall vague figures, scenes from my future and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth
Yeah.
into our age, into Elpis.
Can't believe Elidibus might be my favorite Ascian. Who would have guessed?
Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess.
And why do you fight me as Xenos, you bitch?
Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandæmonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Atheris' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret. That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely.
Yeah.
That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey. And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other.
That was good. That was so good. It's not over. The Ethereal Sea or an actual sea?
Fascinating. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep.
He sounds so much like Patrick Stewart.
The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet should this star continue upon its path, look, the light.
Time to come home, Elidibus. Themis. Whew. That was good. That was so good. And that's the end of our old friend. Welcome back, Chrane. I hope you said farewell to Themis for me. Shit. Forgot about that. Recent events have given me not only a new focus for my research, but also insights into my own origins. Truly, it is a gift I could never hope to repay. As La Brea said, I'm not Erecthonios. Yet I bear a part of him inside me, and I shall do what I can to follow the traces he left behind in the present day. A spark has been struck in my mind. I'm ready to pursue my research with a fervor the likes of which I have not had since my youth. Doubtless, I shall have need of you in the days and moons ahead. When that time comes, I only hope that you will once again lend me your sound counsel. Until then, may you fare well. And so ends the Pandæmonium questline. Awesome jail. Great job. Man. That is my favorite raid. Absolutely. Of the 8-mans, at least. I think it's my favorite of all the raids. Goddamn, that was good. Looks like I haven't unlocked all of the savage ones yet. This is probably my least favorite raid series. Honestly. Alexander's awesome, though. The music in Alexander makes the whole thing worth it. Like, the music itself makes it worth it. Rabanastra has great raids, but goddamn if the story isn't the most dull thing I've ever experienced. Omega raids, awesome. The fact that one of them is focused on what it is, you know? Goddamn, it's so good. Nier raid, very cool, very fun. I haven't played Nier, so like it doesn't hit as hard for me, I think, as it would a Nier fan, because I don't know the songs and locations and characters and all that stuff. But I still think it's a very good raid. Eden, I really enjoy. I don't know where I would place it. This fight can go fuck itself, but in general, I think Eden's very good. Yeah. And of course, I haven't finished it, but this Alliance raid is my favorite Alliance raid so far. Yeah. It's damn good. Let's unlock Savage, huh?
The more I try to make sense of what happened, the more my mind ties itself into knots. It will take weeks, or dare say months, to navigate the maze of questions. I mean, to suggest that Professor Cloud would hire more assistants. Chrane, we have a moment of your time. I would very much like to hear of the battles you fought within Pandæmonium that appeared in our age. While I was fortunate enough to witness most events with my own eyes, I was not there to write down blow-by-blow account. Your testimony will help. To think that your foes would be even more fantastic than the ones you faced in the past. Truly, not even my wildest imaginings could have come close to what reality gave us.
No, we fought Hell House.
I'm particularly fascinated by Athena. Cannot help but wonder what she would have become if left to her devices. We were terribly close to finding out, and doubtless it would have been one of the last revelations of our lives.
Huh?
But she may not have gone so far if not for for the aura sight, which magnified her desires to an almost incomprehensible degree. Just how it could influence one so is a matter well beyond the ken of modern scholarship. I believe you saw how twisted those under its sway can become when you faced Lucavi. Lucavi? Just what designs did Ultima the High Seraph have in bestowing the gift of aura sight to those poor souls? If Athena had achieved her dream of godhood, she may very well have been able to bend even Orisite to her will, and soon the world would have followed suit. What a chilling end to my story, and a fascinating theory to add to my report. Of course, I must scour our documents for supporting evidence.
And now I understand why you sent Rosanna to fetch any scrap containing even a hint of crystalline machinations.
Professor Claudian.
I had noticed the important tasks were being left neglected, and when I inquired as to the reason, poor Rosanna explained that he could barely keep up with your requests. Something must be done about this new obsession of yours.
Go.
You must pursue it until you find the answers you seek. I believe you're on your way to a discovery that will shake you that will make you the envy of your peers, myself included. Huh? They're all crazy. We often find breakthroughs only after shattering the rules of conventional research. I shall tend to Rosanna's tasks, but you must promise me that your report will be a thing of wonder.
Oh, of course, Professor. You have my word. I shall give every scenario a fair shake. Where evidence is lacking, imagination shall fill in the gaps. I shall bend the lines between fantasy and science so skillfully that you will doubt if they were ever there at all.
Jesus Christ. I would expect no less from one of my assistants. Before you put pen to parchment, I would be honored if you shared some of your idle musings with me.
I will, Professor, I will. If you have an interest, Chrane, and I know you do, stop by any time and I will share with you my most recent theories.
Savage! Difficulty Savage! And so does the Pandæmonium questline come to an end. And what a great questline it was. Let's look at the armor. These are weapons. Whoa. Okay, so it's based on Athena. Where's the shield? There it is. Okay, I think I know what this armor looks like. Yeah, it's that one. Okay. Yeah, it's not really my vibe. It's kind of cool. It's not really my vibe. Still very cool. What's the Dark Knight weapon look like? Whoa. Da, 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 da. Circle around her. That's cool. I still think Abyssos had the best armor, I think. This one, you know, with the burning effects. Didn't realize this one had a horn. That is wild. I also didn't know the helmet had burning ears. That's kind of cool. Okay. So ends Pandæmonium. Now for Tataru's grand endeavor. Music, what are you doing? Bum, 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 bum. Alright, the text is not there anymore. I moved it. Hold on. Where did I put it? 6.4 MSQ is done. Raid is done. Tataru's grand endeavor. Aggressive Expansion and Forever in Our Hearts are the quests.